Hi friends. Welcome back to another plan with me. This is the week of February 27th to March 5th, and I'm using an old kit from Scribble Prints Co. Sorry, my stuff is still on. One moment, my family group chat is going cray cray. So yeah, this is an old kit from Scribble Prints Co. It's a Cyber Monday 2021 mystery. But I figured it'd be a really good time to use it because I was traveling. So, yeah, this is the week that Matt and I went to Florida. We technically left the week before, which you've already seen, but we did cute, fun stuff this week, and yeah, I'm using a foil bundle from, actually, I don't know if it's the full bundle. It might be the full bundle from Chris. No, it's not. I don't. You know what? I don't know. No, I don't think it is. It's not because there's other parts of it. I'm using underlays from Kristan's Planner Co. And I do PR for Kristen. So if you like what you see, use my code Tara15 and you'll get 15% off. I also used my own scripts this week, which is super weird to not use like CarleaPlans scripts. But here we are. It happened. It's very strange, but it happened. So yeah, from Kristen, I used underlays and the plain 15mm and the quote, like the overlays box. Yeah, because some of them overlays are super cute, like with the little planes on them. And the rest of it is Scribble Prints Co. And what else? I color blocked this week. I'm gonna color block most weeks, honestly. I don't have my, that was the other thing I was gonna say. I don't have my like mic or AirPods on, so if you hear like noises, I'm sorry. My dogs are just chilling, living their happiest little lives. And there's a fox like running around. It's wild. It's a wild situation. Um, we don't even live like in the woods, quote unquote. We live in a pretty like city area, and I don't know why there's a fox running around, but whatever. So if they start randomly barking, that is why. Sorry, I'm readjusting here. The scripts are from DaFont. I don't know what the cursive one is called. That might actually be from somewhere else, but the capital script is definitely called Pumpkin Cheesecake, and it is from DaFont. It's one of my favorite fonts ever. I use it all the time. I think that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of this. I went on a planning bender this past weekend, and I've caught up on Plan With Me, so now I just have to do voiceovers for them. So that is what I'm doing right now. And well, this I filmed a while ago. But yeah. So I really don't know what else to talk about. So what I'm gonna do actually is get into the plans because I do have some stories that go along with it. So it might take a little bit longer. On Monday, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Oh, yeah, okay. On Monday, I washed my hair. So, like, what's super weird is I washed my hair basically every day while I was in Florida, but because I was using, like, sunscreen and stuff, my hair hated me, like, a whole lot because it doesn't do that, like, ever. Like, I never wash my hair every day, so. But I washed my hair, went to Starbucks, obviously, and did a little bit of research, on the March books for book club. And then I watched some YouTube. Everyone was, like, kind of chilling. Matt took this really super long nap. It was craziness. He slept for, like, I don't even know, like, 1,000,000 hours. It was ridiculous. He slept for so long. So while he was sleeping, Cindy and I, we went, that's like my stepmother-in-law, I guess we're gonna call her. We went to, like, a cute little area of Sarasota, and then we went to this place called Slim Chickens. If you're in the Sarasota area, I strongly suggest it. It was really good. It kind of reminded me of, like, Chicken Guy, but, like, Chicken Guy light, because, like, it wasn't as good as Chicken Guy, but, like, it was still good. It was still good. And then we kind of just, like, hung out. Like, we just went back to the house and, like, hung out. And then we went to this place called Nancy's Barbecue, which was also, like, super good for, you know, it not being Texas. I'm, like, ruined with barbecue. I've been to North Carolina. I've been to Texas. Like, I'm ruined. So any barbecue that I'm like, it was good, but, you know, like, I would eat it again, even though it's not Texas barbecue. That's pretty impressive. So I'm, like, readjusting because I'm sitting on my bed and I'm grossly uncomfortable. So if you can, like, hear me adjusting, I apologize. And then we watched Tournament of Champions with, they've never watched before, and it was their first time. I don't know if they were in it, although she's a cook, so, like, a trained chef. So she was kind of into it. I don't know if she watched it again, though, after that. And then Tuesday. Tuesday was a big day. Big day. I washed my hair again. My poor hair. And then went to Starbucks. And then went to Publix because I wanted to get Sharpies. Like, metallic Sharpies, because I have a black hat. And we were going to a spring training game. And I'm in, like, a Philly spring training group where they say that if you go to a specific spot, people will, like the players will sign your stuff. And I had my World Series hat, and I was like, yes, doing it. And then I was like, oh crap, my hat's black. I need to get metallic Sharpies. So we went to Publix and got metallic Sharpies. Now, the big question is, did anybody sign it? No. I saw, if you follow the Phillies, I don't know, I'm sure you don't. But I saw Bryson's shot, and he was like 3 feet away from me, and he was signing a kid's jersey. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like, okay, it's a kid. Like, I get it. A kid whose name was also Bryson. So, like, I get it. So we went to a spring training game. That was super cool. We got there, like, we got there obviously before Bryson's shot was like 3 feet away from me. We got there and we were, like, standing in line waiting to go in, and CC Sabathia walked by me, who, if you don't know, is a pitcher for the Yankees, was a pitcher for the Yankees. He's, like, one of their all-time best pitchers, like, in my opinion. He pitched it, like, his heyday was, like, me growing up. So as, like, a Red Sox fan, and I lived in Connecticut, I watched him pitch most of his career, and he just, like, walked by me, like, so casually, and I was just like, was that CC Sabathia? Like, what? Turns out his son, like, plays for the Blue Jays, who they were playing, and I was like, oh, okay, word. Like, okay, that's weird. But like the spring training thing was really cool. I've never been to a spring training game ever. I would really like to go again. Um, now that I kind of know what to expect. And also, I would really like to go to a Red Sox training camp, like training game, spring training game. They're right by my grandparents' house, and they live in Fort Myers. So like, I don't know, it was pretty rad. So we went to a spring training game. The Phillies won. Um, and then we went back to a different Publix, and I got a pub sub, which is like a whole piece of nostalgia for me. I used to live in Florida, from Philadelphia, and Wawa hoagies are like the best thing in the world. So they say, honestly, they're pretty good, and then you leave and you're like, wow, I really wish I had a Wawa hoagie. But military, like Navy brat, so moved around my whole life. Pub subs were like the best thing close to, you know, close to that. And then our flights changed. That was the worst, because of rain, but it's okay because we were staying at people's houses, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And we got an extra day, so like that was cool. And then Cindy made chicken parm. Like I said, she is a chef, and it was phenomenal. Um, Wednesday, we had breakfast with Matt's dad and Cindy, and then we left. We left like Sarasota and headed. I went to Starbucks, obviously, but we head to Fort Myers, where my grandparents are, and we stayed with them for the night. Well, it was just supposed to be for the night, and then we were leaving, but and then our flights got delayed, so we were there an extra day, which is kind of cool because we weren't expecting that. Um, but funny, we became dog parents, dog godparents. That's what I meant to say. And we met Lissy, who is now our god dog. My grandparents are in their 80s. They got a dog. She's 5, like, but they were like, "Can we will you to her if something happens to us?" And I was like, "Of course." And like, of course. And then we went on like a little tour of Fort Myers. This is the first time I've ever been on the west coast of Florida, even like growing up. Like, I lived in Florida twice. I never have been to the west coast. Um, so we went on like a little tour of Fort Myers, which is so sad because it got wrecked in the hurricane, like a really bad hurricane back in last year. Um, Not even, yeah, I guess it was last year, October of last year. They got wrecked, and they're still like dealing with that stuff. But then I FaceTime with my mom. She wanted to say hi to everybody. My grandfather grilled some steaks, and they were amazing. Their butcher's name is Tara, which I think is funny. And then I had a live chat, like our Facebook Live for the book club. Moving on to Thursday, we went to this place called the Cracker Shack, which is owned by a former Red Sox player. So naturally, my grandfather found it, being the diehard Red Sox fan he is. And then we went on this like really cool eco tour, in this place called Babcock Ranch. And this eco tour, it was really cool. It was like 7 different ecosystems of Florida all in the same place, which is like absolutely insane. Because Florida has like a billion ecosystems, and it was really cool. Like, I strongly recommend doing stuff like that. We saw gators all over the place. My grandmother was like, "Wow, you're really good at spotting gators." And I was like, "Well, when you grow up swimming in the water here, you learn a few things." So like, I suggest you start looking. She's like, "I don't swim in free open water." And I was just like, "Yeah, they go in swimming pools too. Like, don't you worry." But you know, I grew up with it. So, Um, and then because we were there for another night, Matt called his aunt who lives in Naples, which is not super far away. And we were like, hey, we're here for another night. We'd love to see you, blah, blah, blah. So we drove to Naples and we hung out with them for a little bit. And then we went to dinner at a yacht club, which I have never in my life have ever been to a yacht club. It's literally exactly what you would think it would be like, 100%. But the food was really, really good. And then we went back to Fort Myers and we packed again because we had to leave the next day. So Friday, well, we were supposed to leave on Thursday, and then we ended up leaving on Friday. So Friday, we woke up kind of early. We got gas to fill up the car, and then we returned the rental car. I just want to say, like, the rental car place, we used Thrifty. I really like them. I think their prices are like pretty good. Their cars are always in really good shape. And they were amazing when I called them and I was like, yeah, they delayed, like, they changed my flight. Like, I just need to extend my rental. And they were like, oh my gosh, no, that's totally fine. Like, don't even worry about it. And I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. So I didn't have to pay extra for a flight or for the rental, which was like fabulous. So we returned the rental car, got through security, all of that stuff, and I got me some Starbucks. Needed that. And then we went home. Peace out. And then when we got home, we were reunited with the babes, which was amazing because I really missed them. And I opened all of my Happy Mail that I got, which was also amazing. And then my parents and my dad picked us up from the airport, but we went to Bonefish for dinner with my parents because we just got back from being gone for a week and we didn't have food. So we went to Bonefish. Saturday, I woke up and filmed my March kit lineup because that was delayed since it was March 4th. And I planned, obviously, because got to do that when you get home. And Matt and I went to this place called the Turning Point, which is pretty good. It's like not bad. Went to Starbucks, which is right across the street. And then we ran a bunch of errands because we had no food in the house. Next week is my birthday. Like, my birthday is March 8th. So my sister was in town, so we celebrated my birthday this weekend. And went to Longhorn with my family for my birthday. Steak is my favorite. And then just like went back to my parents' house and had cake and all that fun stuff. Opened presents. The whole birthday thing. And then moving on to Sunday, I straightened my hair and did my makeup because we had a birthday party to go to. My mom's best friend was turning 60. Her birthday is actually March 11th. But her kids planned like a sweet little surprise party for her. So we went there. So that's why my sister was in town. Oh my gosh, I just peeped my phone. I have 30 messages. I have to read through 30 text messages. Good Lord. I don't know, my sister said something about trying gator. She's in New Orleans, and she's like, we're gonna try some gator. Which is hilarious, because my sister is... I'm not gonna say she's a vegetarian, because that's not right. But she does not eat things with cute faces. Oh my gosh. And we're talking about seeing gators. That's funny. Full circle. Anyway, so that's why she was in town for my mom's best friend's birthday party. And then I watched Perfect Match. Let's talk about Perfect Match for a second on Netflix. No. I love Love is Blind. Love it. I even liked most of those episodes of Love Island. Um, the last season of Love Island where they're like just on a rooftop in Vegas. I'm like, this is not an island. I was like, this is not worth my time. But like Francesca's season of Love Island and like, and they're actually on an island, like I'm down with that. Obviously I love Love is Blind. I even love The Mole, which Dom is from. Like I loved that show. But Perfect Match was absolute trash. 10 out of 10 trash. Like, I don't even understand how it got through filming. I don't understand how it got through editing. I don't understand why they made a big deal out of it. It was awful. None of those people are together anymore. Literally, none of them. And spoiler alert, I guess it's been on for a long time. So if you haven't seen it yet, then but like don't, because you're not missing out on anything. But alas, I'm a sucker for reality TV. Trash, well, not even reality TV, because like, but trashy TV. I love trashy TV. So, yeah. But I watched that, and then I planned. Matt actually went out with his friends that night, and I was just like hanging out, watching awful TV, hanging with the dogs, planning. It was actually a good night. Like, I don't have nights in my house to myself very often, so like that was kind of awesome. So yeah. And I just hung out with the dogs, and that was pretty much the extent of our vacation week. We did a lot of stuff in a pretty short amount of time, so that's pretty awesome. Love that. So yeah, that's it. I will, well, I guess I'm finishing this portion of this. I'm gonna go on like a voiceover bender. I have 1, 2, 3 more to do. So I will catch you in my next one. What am I doing? Oh, I'm fixing it. It wasn't straight. Yeah. I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.